This is Show Me the Nuggets with Joe Troyer. Eduardo Trinidad here, producer of Show Me the Nuggets. Welcome to the show. If you've been following Joe for any real amount of time, you know that he's big on being a specialist over being a generalist. And if you've made the right steps in focusing on a vertical or two, it's about time to pick it up a notch and get more eyes on your brand. In this episode, we'll share a recording of Joe on stage sharing a strategy on how to make prospects think about you 24/7. It's a next level retargeting method that's backed up by real results. Here's part one. Let's have a listen.
How many of you, by a show of hands, want more reach, more impact, and more income in your lives? Those of you guys that didn't raise your hand, I don't know what you're doing in here. Today, I'm gonna help you do just that, specifically by showing you how to make your prospects think about you guys 24/7. I wanna help you guys become the go-to brand in your industry, right? Like the BMW, the Mercedes-Benz, the Coca-Cola, the Apple, the brand that comes to mind when you think about a specific category. I want to help you guys become, right, the big fish in your small pond. There's been a lot of talk about picking a niche, right? Sticking in one or two verticals. Have you guys taken that away so far? Okay, so I think that that is very, very important. I've built, sold multiple agencies, and one of the things I kick myself in the butt for is not sticking to one agency or not sticking to one niche. Okay, I highly, highly recommend that you guys walk away from here and you pick one or two niches and you go really, really deep in them. And if you follow what I'm going to show you guys today, you'll be able to turn into a big fish in that specific industry. How do we make our prospects think about us 24/7? The answer is retargeting. The answer is retargeting. And we're going to talk about some next level retargeting stuff today that nobody is talking about. But before we do that, we need to talk about the basics. Right, we got to get a good picture here too. I just pulled a Matt Miller. Thanks, Matt. Right, with retargeting, how it works, somebody visits your website, right? You capture those visitors by dropping a pixel, okay? And then you're able to show ads to those people all around the internet. Now, the time that you're able to show those ads for, changes depending on what different advertising platform you're working with, right? Call it 1 to 3 months to, a year, in terms of how long you can cookie that person and follow them around the internet showing them ads. This is an amazing, amazing case study. Website visitors who are retargeted with display ads are more likely to convert by 70%. How many of you guys aren't doing remarketing in your own business right now? Don't be scared. I want to see those hands. Most of you guys aren't. You want to convert 70% of people, right? 70% more? Of course you do. The great thing about remarketing and retargeting, and I use those two words interchangeably, is that it works, okay, by default, basically just by doing it. You don't have to worry about, is that setting ticked correctly, right? Or anything else. If you set it up, it works outside of the box, right? So check this out. So this is this one campaign. What niche is this in? What's that say? This is a furniture store. So 17 out of 159 conversions for last month, 11% came from retargeting. So all of you guys that said you're not doing retargeting, this is a bad case study. This is a bad example. You're missing out on 11% of your sales, right? 11% of your actions, form fills, website purchases, you're missing out on. The great thing about retargeting too is that it is cheap. It is dirt cheap. It is literally pennies on the dollar. $1.36 for the CPA, cost per acquisition, versus the account average of $10.39. Okay, and again, this is an uber basic campaign. There is nothing special about this, okay? My 7-year-old son, Silas, could have built this campaign. Seriously, there's just following the instructions on the screen, okay? There is nothing next level about this. I'm gonna share with you guys, though, how to get next level with this stuff. Retargeting for me is amazing, and nobody is really leveraging it and using it like they should be. In fact, I believe that retargeting is the only advertising medium that improves every other advertising medium. So if you're running Google ads, retargeting gets your Google ads more results, right? If you're running Bing ads, it helps you get more results. If you're running Facebook ads, right, retargeting helps you get more results. You're driving traffic, cold traffic, it helps you get more results. Does that make sense? So it is a campaign that every business owner should be doing. It's a campaign that every business should be running, but nobody is. Okay? The only thing that makes every other advertising initiative more effective that I know of is retargeting. Okay? You guys are going to learn how to blow this up in a great way here today. And there's just a ridiculous amount. I'll try not to swear. I swear when I get excited. There's just wow, you guys know me well. There's a ridiculous amount of opportunity with retargeting. I shared just surface level, some cool stats with you guys. I did some Lead Kahuna searches. I tend to use that quite a bit. 28,593 total prospects I just looked at in one vertical, right, as an example. And I went through and I looked at how many of them are using Google retargeting, Chango, Perfect Audience, or Site Scout. 7%. 93% of people in the market not using any of those retargeting platforms. That's not just like one, that's not like some secondary third tier networks. That's freaking Google retargeting. So is there an opportunity here for you guys? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, so how about Facebook retargeting? How many of them are dropping Facebook retargeting? 9%. That's it. Again, 91% of people aren't using Facebook retargeting. Okay? And I'm going to be really bold in saying this, that 91% of those people, right, are leaving 10%, 15%, or even 20% of their conversions sitting on the table, just up for the grabs, because they're not running retargeting. So I said that I was going to share with you guys lots of case studies, so I want to make sure I deliver on that. So here's a massage campaign, massage company. I don't know the location on this one, but 26% of their conversions coming from, guess what? Retargeting. Real estate case study. 19% of the conversions last month, 16 out of 83 came from, guess what? All as well at a cost per acquisition of about 25% of the account average. Okay? And again, the cool thing is it was uber basic. There was nothing next level about it. Uber basic retargeting, getting these results. It really depends upon the account average. CPA is what, across the entire account, across all the campaigns, this is the cost per acquisition. Okay, so it's 75% less than every other campaign. Okay? So I want to teach you guys now how to take this to the next level, all right? So step number 1 is to be omnipresent. So we want to drop that pixel and we just want to show up repeatedly. Simple enough, right? Like that is basic retargeting as we know it, right? That makes sense? Cool. So step number 2 is to be omni-channel. Okay, so omnipresent is step number 1. Step number 2 is to be omni-channel. So we want to show up everywhere, not just on one network. And this is a biggie for me. I see a lot of people missing the boat on this one. So showing up all across the internet, you can go after, let's say, just through Google, you could go through and you could do Google Ads Network or the Google Display Network. So Google Display Network reaches about 90% of internet users worldwide. And they currently publish those ads, your ads when you use retargeting, to more than 2 million publisher sites. Okay, you should be in Gmail though. Who's that goon up there? Gmail has about 1.5 billion monthly active users. How many of you guys use Gmail or G Suite in your business today? Think maybe you should be retargeting there too, right? There's a lot of people there every day. Basically each and every one of you guys. Hence why you see me running retargeting right there inside of Gmail. Because that's where my customers are. I want to be omni-channel and I want to be omnipresent. YouTube ads. Right? You can do the same thing with remarketing, with retargeting, right? So a customer comes, they visit your site, you can show them your ad. Again, with YouTube, YouTube is a little different though because it's a video, right? It's not just a text ad. It's not just an image ad. So YouTube, 1.5 billion users per month. Okay, and the average user on mobile spends an hour per day watching videos on YouTube. So the unique thing about YouTube is people are going there to watch videos, right? When people go to Facebook and you're showing them a retargeting ad, you're a distraction, right? You're having to really sell that click. Does that make sense? When they're on YouTube, they're there to watch a video. So you running an in-stream ad like this ad right here that plays at the beginning, they're there to watch content anyway. So if you can just get them interested in what you're talking about, right, there's a good chance that they'll watch a lot of your content. Does that make sense, the difference there? So YouTube is a little bit of a different beast, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So again, be omni-channel. And right through Google Ads, it used to be called Google AdWords, now it's called Google Ads. You can run Google Display Network, Gmail ads, and YouTube ads. Obviously, Facebook ads, we don't need to talk about how big Facebook's distribution is. We know all about that. Instagram ads, right? Like 1 billion monthly active users, 500 million of which, right, are daily active users. So if your prospects, if your customers that you want to retarget are there, right, we want to show our ads there. So through the Facebook ads interface is actually how we run retargeting on Instagram, all right? So really we're only using 2 platforms up to here, right? We're using Google Ads to run these campaigns and then also Facebook ads. But we're not done yet, right? We take it a step further. I'm not, satisfied with good enough, right? We also hit Twitter. Why? Because if our customers are there, we want to be in front of them, right? They spend 20 minutes a day on Twitter. I want to show that impression, right? I want you guys to see me there. Okay, LinkedIn, we run as well. And you guys should all be using Traffic Fuel, obviously. So when you do this, you're going to start getting messages like this. So Patty is one of my content writers, and Patty says, yo, man, how's it going? I think I should call you Mr. YouTube lately. Check this out. Every single night, these last 4 days, when we go to stream our, I don't even know, frequency music to go to sleep, your ad pops up. Love it. Every single day, I'm showing up in her life. How am I not omnipresent? How am I not omni-relevant? How am I not making them think about me every single day? Crazy.
Thanks for tuning in to Show Me the Nuggets. For more exclusive content from Joe, visit digitaltriggers.io. And if you've been enjoying these episodes, please help us reach a wider audience by leaving a review on our Apple Podcast page. Till next time.